mi escudo y defensor, Salvador que libra hoy, es mi Dios, es mi Dios. El Señor me premia por mi conducta y mi valor, es mi Dios, es mi Dios. Te alabaré, Señor, te alabaré, Señor. El Señor es mi bastión, mi baluarte y salvación, es mi Dios, es mi Dios, mi escudo y defensor, Salvador que libra hoy, es mi Dios, es mi Dios. El Señor me premia por mi conducta y mi valor, es mi Dios, es mi Dios.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-show here at the David Trig Show. GOZO for the whole family. How are you guys? My name is David Trig. So excited to be here with you on this beautiful day. I'm going to just do a couple of fine-tuning things here while we start talking today about how to make friends and influence others. How to be someone who connects with people, whether it's live, whether it's online, so that you can have more friends. Who wants to have more friends? Who wants to be someone who connects in a better way with other people? So I'm going to give you 5 tips here in the next few minutes about how to do that. So in about 4 minutes, we're going to start. Come into the show. Welcome on Periscope. Welcome on YouTube, wherever you may be. My name is David Trigg, and I'm so thankful that you're here joining me every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, in Spanish and English, so that you can get the best content for nothing, for free. And like I always say, you can get your daily dose of GOZO. GOZO, by the way, means joy. So I'll be right back. Let me go just make a few adjustments. Please invite your friends. Share this video with everyone. I'll be right back in a few minutes.
El Señor me premia por mi conducta y mi valor, es mi Dios.
Okay, testing the microphone once again. Let me know if you can hear me just fine on the chat below, on Periscope, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. I'm here monitoring the comments here on my laptop, so if you do leave me a comment, I will be able to see everything that you have to say. Let me know what your questions are with regards to what are the problems that you face in terms of making friends. What are the biggest complications? You know, one of the things that most people seem to have a problem with, that I know I have faced as well, is how do you relax when talking to people? You know, how do you just simply come across as someone who just is relaxed and not tense? Because sometimes I think because of who knows many reasons, it seems like people get tense when talking to others and they just have to kind of relax. So I want to encourage you this morning, here just in about 2 minutes, to come into the live show. Welcome, as I always say, to the David Trig Show. GOZO for the whole family on this beautiful day. Here today is now Tuesday, January 10th. Can you believe that? It's crazy, but I want to give you these 5 tips on how to, as I always say, how to make friends, how to have better relationships, how to connect with others. So let's get into that, okay? We have 2 minutes left. Come into the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing on this beautiful day? I'm checking the comments here below. Great. So nice to have some people here. Always thankful that you are here, whether live or on the live stream later today on the replay of the show. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Periscope. Welcome to YouTube Live. Welcome to Facebook Live. Using this awesome software, by the way, that I will see if I can get to that here. This awesome software called Restream that has been a wonderful help to our show in terms of getting the word out to many people on multiple platforms. So if you are a growing YouTuber or Facebook Live person, or you want to stream your show to multiple platforms, I recommend that you go to Restream.io for your latest information. Wonderful, wonderful place. I love those guys, Alex and the rest of the gang there. So let's get into the show, okay? Thank you again for being here, everybody. Let's get into the live stream so that you can just feel right at home. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here on this beautiful day. How are you, my dear GOZO family? My name is David Trig. Make sure that you share this video out with your friends. Let everybody know that we're live. We're going to be talking about the 5 tips that you need to make more friends and to be able to connect with people in a more genuine way, so that if you maybe come across sometimes as being a little fake, or people think that you're not approachable, that maybe you're a little just recluse, sometimes people struggle with that, right? Whether it's live or whether it's on camera, maybe you want to connect better with your friends. It could be even with your husband or wife. So I want to give you these 5 tips that will help you connect better with your friends. So number 1 is to be vulnerable. So being vulnerable is very important. When you see people in the news, right? You watch them on TV, on CNN, maybe you watch them on your phone. The people that are on camera, they have to have this TV personality on. That's what they get paid to do. That's their training. But when you're talking to friends, even when you're talking on camera, like here on these live streams or on a video on YouTube, you want to be your genuine self. You want to be as close to who you really are as possible. Let's say, like my son, he loves Twitch, so he sees a lot of guys on there, young men, 12, 13-year-old young boys that are playing. But now, what is so exciting about these guys? Or the other guy, Tweety Pie, that's on YouTube, that has, 50 million fans or whatever it is. These guys are just so authentic. They have these bigger than life personalities, but at the end of the day, they just are being themselves. So when you are online or when you're with friends, just try to be as close to yourself as possible. Now, here's the thing that most people battle with. They say, well, but my real self is very shy. I'm very introverted. I stumble over my words. So how can I be my real self when I don't even know what to say? Well, here's the trick. Talk about the fact that you don't know what to say. When you're online, when you're with a friend, when you feel maybe like you're sweating halfway through your talk, just simply pause and acknowledge, try to do it in a funny way if possible, the fact that you don't exactly know what to say. Any moment of vulnerability is going to be very crucial for you to connect with other people. Number 2 is to make sure that you actually meet with people one-on-one, that you have real life relationships with people. Because of obviously social media, most of our relationships have moved from real to viral, or real to virtual is what I meant to say. So what happens with that is that even though we may have better technology, or maybe it's fun to be alone in your room or with your phone when you're walking or on the bus or at Starbucks, What we're losing is the human touch. And no matter what you may think, we still build relationships by being close to each other, by actually being in the presence of another human being. And so it might be that you want to just simply go to someone's house. Can you believe that? I don't know if some of you remember, but back when I was young, at least, I used to go to my friend's house and we used to play video games. Now, why was that? Because he had a computer and I didn't. So that's what's changed. Now, because we all have all the resources that we need, we don't need each other. So you have to work against that and actually go to people's homes. Be hospitable. Let someone come over to your house. Open your room to people or your house to friends. Invite people over for an event, just for fun, obviously for bigger events, birthdays, and that kind of thing. Number 3 is call people, not just text. Because of the same reason, because technology has obviously taken over the world. Texting is so much faster. Obviously, we all get annoyed when people actually call us. Like, what? Don't you have a phone? Don't you know how to text? You know, what is wrong with you? And so when we get into this thing about texting, and we all do it, right? Your phone is exactly. That's right. Thank you for your comment. It's exactly. Your phone is just a way for us to begin to kind of die in terms of our relationships. Thank you for your comment here on Periscope. And so you have to get out of your texting zone. Relationships, as I said, are built by human contact. Because when you are with somebody else in real life, with a friend, with someone that you care for, someone that you're trying to build a relationship with, they're going to mostly notice your body language. You know, just look at even how you process life when you're watching people online or in real life. Yeah, you're listening to their words, but what are you doing? You're noticing their hair, you're noticing their face, their color, how old they are, what they're wearing, if you like that, if you look like them, if you don't, if you have somebody that you can relate to, you know, the person that you're listening to, you can relate to. There's a lot of nuance, a ton of micro movements that we all make, how uncomfortable or comfortable we feel. And now here's the thing. I'm not saying to avoid all of that online or in real life, with real people. The point that I'm trying to make is you have to be that way. You can't avoid being a human being. You can't avoid having a bad hair day. You can't avoid being human. And when you call instead of text and you actually sound maybe like you have a cough, what's the other person going to immediately say? Oh, I'm sorry, you have a cough, you have a cold. And so now you're building a relationship beyond just texting and beyond just simply being online. Number 4 is invite people to your things. Invite people to the events and to the parties and to the events that you have in your life. Even if you feel like you don't have a lot going on, that you feel like, my life just isn't that exciting. Invite them to have a meal with you. If you're going to a church or you're going to a show, you're going just simply to the park, you're going to go to a GameStop to buy a game, you're going to the mall, invite people to go with you. Now, you have to also be aware that there are 2 kinds of people in the world. Those that need 2 weeks planning and those that can go on the spot. So you have to know your friends. I have friends that they won't go on the spot to a place to go eat. But I have other friends who will. And so if you're more of a spontaneous person, then hang out with those friends, invite them. Right? Make a list of who those people are. You go on Facebook. Yes, I go on Facebook Live as well. Yeah, thank you for the question. The David Trig Show on Facebook.com. So you can check that out, please. I'd love to have you there. Now, when it comes to people that are more planners, then with those people, you're maybe with them at work or they're obviously maybe in your home. Plan something ahead. But the point is, invite people to go to places with you. Even if you don't have a lot going on, just invite them to do regular things. And then lastly is to make sure that you have boundaries around your schedule. Because what I'm not saying in these steps is that you should always be available to everyone and have no privacy. if you're online, a lot of times we draw a lot of people who are more introverted. I am an introvert. I love social things, but I'm on the edge. I enjoy both, but for the most part, I enjoy being alone. And so I'm not saying to you, if you're that same way as well, that you should always be with people all the time. But what I am saying is that you need to be aware of your boundaries. And so have some days where you say, Monday and Wednesdays, I'm going to try to be more social. I know this may sound sort of silly if you're an extrovert and if you love people, but for others, that could be a very freeing thing. Now, on the opposite end, if you are an extrovert, guess what? Not every one of your friends is. You might be bothering them with all your constant texting, inviting them to things, or having events. In the same way, have some boundaries around your asking for things. Maybe only ask on the weekends. Maybe only on Fridays. Because obviously people have all kinds of things going on. But most of all, be self-aware. If you need a lot of interaction with people, then schedule those times where you go out with others and let your friends know, hey, I love going out on Wednesdays and Fridays because my school schedule or the way my life works, those days seem to be my relaxed days. Maybe it's the weekend, obviously. So then let your friends know. I know this may sound sort of like structured, but these tools will help you actually grow in your relationships and establish better habits. So let me know in the chat below. Thank you again for being here on Facebook and on Periscope Live. Let me just check really quick some of the comments on YouTube as well. Nice to have some of you guys here on Facebook. Welcome. YouTube, the same thing. Glad to have you guys in the live chat. Of course, on Periscope. And also, thank you for the hearts on Periscope. So glad to have you. So these 5 tips are very practical, but I think that they are, in some ways, they are the things that we have lost. And we're trying now to figure out ways to recover some of these things, to say, how do I build better relationships? I want to just thank you. Just wanted to get on here really quick to just say hello and to make sure that you know that I care. My name, as I said, is David Trigg, and I want to bring you a daily dose of GOZO. GOZO means joy in Spanish. Here's my GOZO cup. Yummy, yummy. I have my GOZO bell. Always bringing you the best content online with practical tips. I'm a life coach. I'm a pastor. I'm also someone who does a lot with media. I'm a media mentor. But at the end of the day, I want to bring you joy in the areas that matter to you most. Your life, your high performance, your business, your entrepreneurial activities, but most of all, in day-to-day life, so that you can live a life of GOZO, that you can live your God-given adventure, find grace in the middle of your crisis, and discover who you love. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Make sure that you share this Periscope, this YouTube video, this Facebook Live, stream with your friends, share. Make sure that you also go to lifeofgozo.com/livestream or lifeofgozo.com/daily devotions so that you can get my daily podcast right there in your inbox as an email, and then you can listen to the audio as you go about your day. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great rest of this day. Have a great rest of this week. Have a great rest of this month, and I will see you next time. Adios.